Morning guys. So, no orange background. Why, I hear you ask? That's because I went and bloody sniffed out the local Pure gym, didn't I? 10 minutes from the house. So that's right, I'm back on the spin bike. Nike Dual Core trainers on, Under Armour recharge leggings, and we're back in the spin studio. Class starts at 6:45, so if I want to get my fasted cardio in, I'm in here for 6 AM. No messing. So, as promised, I'm just going to pop you up here for a sec. As promised, this morning's video will be on pre-workout drinks and some of the kind of components of them. So, touching on Beta Alanine, creatine, hidden sugars and stimulants. Not going to go into a massive amount of depth on the components, but one thing I'm going to go into a little bit of depth on, a little bit sciencey, just for the learning, is the Beta Alanine, because I think it's sometimes misunderstood as to what it is, what it does, and why it's in there, and why it's important to not just go for a pre-workout that, you know, gets you stimulated off your head and you feel like you're going to explode and you have a mental good workout, because you might not actually have such a good workout as you think you are, if that makes sense. So, commonly pre-workouts are thought of as, you know, the batteries that get you going. People take them to get stimmed up, to get stimulated up, because they're classically loaded up with stimulants. For example, caffeine is probably the most commonly known one. But going off the back of my last two videos on blood pressure, caffeine can have a significant effect. I would say a bad effect, but long term, probably not great. A bad effect on your blood pressure, because what caffeine does is stimulates your nervous system. So it causes the release of different hormones from different organs in your body that act on your nervous system, which activate the kind of pacemaker cells of your heart, and they make your heart go faster. Now, a faster beating heart produces higher pressure, therefore it increases your blood pressure. So I'm not saying stimulants are bad for you, but what I wouldn't go for is a pre-workout that's classically just full of stimulants, because there are different components of a pre-workout drink that I think are more important. Hidden sugars. Usually I get lots of people telling me that pre-workouts, you know, I went for this one because it's low calories, low carb. But what I need to be vigilant of is, yes, there might be not much carbohydrates in there, but there are sometimes hidden sugars. Now, they might be sweeteners, but sweeteners are chemical sugars. So do you really want to be putting that in your body? And the answer to that is no, because if your diet is on point, then you should have eaten maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours before training, or consumed something. So you should have the glycogen stores in your muscles ready to go. Even if you're in a low calorie diet, if you're cutting, or if you're almost close to the show and you're just doing like a glycogen depletion, you should still have enough energy in the tank to get you through that session with just about, without needing hidden sugars. And again, you know, if you're taking pre-workouts for the stimulant factor because it drives you, it motivates you to go to the gym because you're trying to lose weight or you're trying to put on weight, and you've got hidden sugars, say in the form of carbohydrates, that sugar isn't going to be utilized in that session because your body won't be able to digest it quick enough. So that sugar will be digested over, say, hour and a half to 2 hours, maybe up to 2.5 hours, but because you're exercising, you're diverting blood from your digestive system, so it might take that little bit longer to digest and break down. So you're actually using in that session glycogen stores that are stored in your muscle bellies and in your liver, not the carbohydrates from the drink, even though they might be fast-acting carbs or fast-acting sugars. So don't be fooled by the low carb, low calorie myth that's sometimes labelled on them. Have a look down the ingredients list, take your time, go away and research, ask the person in the shop, they might not always know. take a picture of the label, go away and research it. Take your time. It's not important to get it straight away. So that's hidden sugars. Beta Alanine. Beta Alanine is something that's come up quite a lot of conversations that I've had with people in the gym. It classically gives you that sort of tingly feeling. Some people think it's a stimulant, other people haven't got a clue what it is, so I'm just here to clear some stuff up. Beta Alanine is naturally occurring in quite small amounts in the body, but basically what beta alanine does, it acts to create a peptide, and the peptide that it creates is called carnosine. So muscle carnosine is a powerful antioxidant also, but what it actually does, it stops the cells in your body when they're working to a certain degree, metabolizing at a certain speed. It actually stops them, what we call hydrolyzing, so producing hydrogen atoms. So don't worry too much about the science, you don't need to know it, there'll be no exams going out, okay? Just bear with me a sec. So hydrogen atoms, when a cell is metabolizing, hydrogen actually increases the acidity inside the cell. So a classic acid that everyone knows about when we're exercising is called lactic acid. So lactic acid, for those of you that don't know, is the acid that creates that burning, sort of really sore burning sensation in the muscle while you're exercising. And if you don't cool down the stretch properly, it can cause no amount of problems in the 24, 48, 72 hours post-exercise. Stiffness, soreness, and if you're new to the gym, if you're a beginner, it can actually put you off going back to the gym because you don't want to feel wrecked, you don't feel like you've been hit by a train. So, cells are hydrolyzed, produce hydrogen atoms, they produce more acid, but what carnosine does, what muscle carnosine does, is it's actually the body's first line defense system in stopping the production and the activation of these hydrogen atoms. So effectively, what it's doing is, well, put very simply, it's breaking them down or preventing them or slowing down their production. And this happens after about 60 seconds of exercise. So, you know, if you're lifting weights, if you're sprinting, and classically, people with type 2 fast twitch fibers produce more amounts of carnosine. So for example, long distance sprinters, and when I say long distance, I mean 200 meters or more, because of the time they're sprinting and the energy system they're using. So classically, what beta alanine does is it produces a higher degree of muscle carnosine. Muscle carnosine prevents or slows down the production and the release of the hydrogen in the cells, stops the cells becoming acidic, therefore, put simply, stops you producing so much lactic acid so quickly. So you can exercise for longer, for harder, you can recover quicker, ready for the next set, or the next sprint, or the next bout of exercise. But not only that, you'll recover quicker for the next day, or the next day. So, that's it guys. Just three quick components of pre-workout drinks. In my next video, I'll be going into branched chain amino acids and amino acids, because they're different, glutamine, and I'll touch on creatine. Have a great day guys, as always. Comment below, my social media's plastered, my contact details, drop me an email, drop me a DM, drop me an inbox, and let's get your lifestyle management plan in action. Whether you want to lose weight, gain weight, just sort your diet out, because that's where it all starts. 80% diet, 20% graft. So fantastic day guys, I'll speak to you very soon, bye.